off, please let us know. Glad to have you guys here. Especially you, Salve. Alright, let me pull up the map bans and everything. First map on Infernal Shrines. All right. Green, are you there, my buddy? Or Whisper Me, are you there, my buddy?
Yes, I'm
Sweet.
there. Yeah, you can call me Whisper Me. Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Let's do
All
this.
right, welcome to our 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time stream, Wildheart Omega versus Phoenix Rising Esports. The map has been chosen already for Infernal Shrines. We're waiting for just one more team member on the side of Wildheart to come in, and then we'll get started. Whisper Me, glad to have you here. How's the other casting and the other games been?
Thank you. Happy to be here. Everything's been doing fantastic. As always, NGS manages to get some pretty impressive organizational structure for something that is such a project of love, and really excited for this game with some really big hitters. It should be lots of fun, and I hope everyone else is going to be as hyped as we are.
I'm totally stoked about this too, and yeah, I gotta hand it to the organizers here, doing a great job and letting passionate people not only play but cast the game too. So, all right, let me see here. Still waiting on one, and Breakwood Colonel. Dropping babies, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming, and everybody, welcome and thanks for watching this Wildheart Omega versus Phoenix Rising Esports here. Get started in just a second.
Well, we can talk about the Infernal Shrines and what we think that we'll see, who the meta picks are. So, currently, so the big heroes at this point in time, or when you look at Storm League win rates, Kerrigan has been in the top 5 win rate for a long time. That's an extremely strong hero. That's also extremely strong on this map. We might see a ban there. I don't know if there are any Kerrigan one-tricks on either of these teams, in which case you're almost guaranteed to see a ban. Other heroes with really powerful AoE abilities that can benefit from the crowded fights on this map that we might see, maybe a Chromie. Even Sonya now, who can spin and whose W is basically an insane DPS AoE ability with Shattered Ground 4.
Yeah.
What else do you think we might see?
Someone just left the lobby. Yeah, so think for me, I mean, as a bruiser slash tank player myself, I'd like to see what type of like clear and CC that both teams are going to draft because, you know, with people at teams at this high of a level, I think the team fight and the coordination is going to be there. But in terms of macro versus team fight, I'm very curious to see which team is going to. Oh, draft is up. Which team is going to prioritize one over the other? Looks like we're in the draft now. And so, but yeah, that's something that I have not been seeing in a lot of my Stormling games. You mentioned that Kerrigan is just making her way up the meta. And so, for here, do you find that there's a hero, whether a tank or a support or DPS, that pairs up well with Kerrigan?
Oh, anything that can help her land her combo, I'd say. So something like even a Murden who can benefit pretty with Bronzebeard Rage at 13 on Shrines, and also brings some 1.25 second stun on his Q. It would be pretty good for a Kerrigan player to follow up on. ETC has the AoE stun, which is quite good, but he's kind of fallen off ever since his nerfs to his trait armor. So Mei for sure will be a hot ticket because of her massive AoE CC abilities. We'll see what's the first ban. We might also just see a Medivh ban because this is pretty high level, and at this point, everyone's kind of figured that Medivh is busted in competitive. But it might also just be a Chromie because everyone hates playing against her. So we'll see what they're taking their time. Oh, there you go. It's a Hogger, as expected. Not that we mentioned it, but someone that can just spin, clear minions for free, do a zone, and do a bunch of damage, and it's kind of hard to deal with. We'll see what Wildheart thinks they don't want to play against. Oh.
Got that Maiev ban. Interesting. So definitely the Maiev versus and the Medivh team fight bans here with the Uther. So no chance for double support, no chance for Uther main tanking here.
Yeah, he's also. Ooh, then there's a Chromie. All right, respect for Chromie with her vision makes her extremely powerful and competitive, and her Soling Sands is a really good zoning tool. Probably extremely valuable on this map.
Cassia Stukov.
Cassia Stukov.
Going with good meta picks here.
Yeah, it's got some good meta slaving. Everyone knows who the meta picks are, and people are going for them immediately.
Still looking for a DPS tank healer on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports. Diablo's still up. No, Diablo's strong here, as well as I know some people during the Masters level will be playing like
there it is.
Diva Sonya maybe for spin. There we go. Sonya for the
exactly.
Shrine clear. W build Sonya just too OP compared to other talents right now.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Sonya, you might look at her win rates and think that it's not that bad. She's not #1, but if you just search by W talent builds, then suddenly she has something like a 60-some% win rate. It's definitely busted at the moment.
Brightwing ban on the side of Wildheart Omega.
A Brightwing ban. So I think they might be looking at a Zeratul or to deal with the Chromie.
And Tychus to protect that Diablo.
Alternatively, they might also be thinking about Kira, which is more of an offlane pick, but that it's an offlane that can actually deal in and beat Sonya even through the W build. Basically, you win the lane into Sonya until she gets her 10s. Her my god, her what is it called when her Berserker's Rage? I forgot the name.
The one that hits, not the one that silences, right? The one that hits when heroes are down 50%. I'll have to look that up too. We have a Mei from Lupus and Leoric going to counter the Sonya from Colonel Pants here. Both good, not only zone control heroes for the objective, but great clear on the objective for Infernal Shrines. I would love to see a Kira.
Yeah, we talked about
I haven't seen Kira in the meta in a long time, but I always enjoy a good Kira player.
Yes, Kira's an extremely dynamic hero. It's fun to watch. She's been picked in CCL. Oh,
there's your Kerrigan.
So we get exactly. We get the Deckard for setting up shrine fights. We get really strong AoE abilities with Deckard, and then obviously we have the Kerrigan. on Breakwood, who actually has been playing Kerrigan a lot in Storm League. You can see in a lot of pro streamers streams. We'll see what the last pick is. It's always nice to have last pick. You get to have the big brain counter to the entire enemy team.
Apparition on the Sylvanas. Strong drafts on both sides. Nothing too crazy. Just a bunch of strong heroes and a bunch of meta picks.
Yeah, this seems like a pretty standard draft for BOE. There's nothing too spicy, as you say. Any ideas? Any predictions before you?
For me, I really am wanting to see the Kerrigan and the Diablo Sonya Deckard follow-up combo. I haven't casted yet a match with Kerrigan, and so I'd love to see how Breakwood executes these combos here. So I'm leaning on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports for this one, just to see how that Kerrigan gets pulled off. How about yourself?
I'm really interested in seeing how people handle Sonya in these games, because in Storm League she's currently destroying everyone. She just you press W and everyone dies.
Yeah, but
and right now there isn't clearly I don't see a direct counter to Sonya other than the fact that they have like, Leoric's percent damage is pretty decent, and then they can just use they can also rotate their range DPS to take care of her in lane. But once team fight goes in, I'm actually curious to see whether Sonya is going to go Leap or the Rage. And I'm really excited all in all, just excited to see what's going to happen.
Well, here we go. So we have on the side of Wildheart Omega, Frosty Win on the Stukov Apparition on the Sylvanas. We have Lupus on May. I can't see Colonel Pants on the Leoric. And finally Braun Bala on the Cassia. And on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports, Piemaker on Diablo, Reb on Chromie, Elegant on Deckard, Elia Rules on the Sonya, and finally that Breakwood on the Kerrigan. So here we go, a little bit of poke coming in from Chromie. Both teams posturing for control. We see a Lyric face checking in. Not going to get the stun, but Kerrigan gets a nice stun on the Mei. Root, 3-man root by Aeliden. And that Chromie is just trying to chunk, but the healing is just too much from the side of Wildheart Omega. Solo laners and the 4-man teams now going to soak their lane. Piemaker trying to disrupt the rotation. Chromie gets a nice little time trap. Mei doesn't have her trade up because she used it up in the mid lane. Escapes just in time. It looks like Leoric is ahead in the double soak rotations here. Although Phoenix.
Oh, pretty scary.
Breakwood almost timed the Kerrigan stun with that.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Frosty, Brown Ball, and Apparition capping the camp on bot lane. And Leoric's not going to quite miss. No, he's not going to quite miss the soak top. As Wildheart Omega takes their siege camp. Diablo looking to. Are they looking to invade? They are looking to invade.
It's really hard to invade into a team that has a Mei, which is probably the best point control hero in the game. Oh, a nice trade.
Here we go, Breakwood, a little bit of trouble.
Breakwood's getting caught.
Oh, and Diablo's time trap.
Ooh. Good Deckard route to peel for Diablo. Diablo's certainly dead.
Mei's chasing still. Oh, and
anyways.
Diablo is down. Right now, 27 souls. Still early, still okay. Sylvanas putting her trade up, trying to delay any towers from coming up, trying to get as much value from the siege camps. And they've got like maybe 50% in total from the bot wall. Good mini push so far as both teams reset and get back to soaking lanes. Sonya trying to get the camp on Bruisers. Good timing before the objective, about 26 seconds left. Azure does clean up maintenance up top. Cassia, Frosty, and Brown Ball also getting their Bruiser camps. Okay, Bruiser camps successfully caught on both sides from Wildheart and Phoenix Rising Esports. Lupus has positioning in the bottom bush, and we're seeing start of the shrine AoE rules with that level, that W build Sonya getting a quick 6 skeletons on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports for the objective. We're seeing both teams just posturing, trying to find those angles, not only from the Diablo, but Lupus trying to get, the Reb, Alien, and AoE rules to come into that choke from the right side. They are not biting though. Pretty even on the skeletons, 18 to 20 here. And it looks like Phoenix Rising Esports stepping a little bit back. Decker's trying to flood the right area with some potions here. And Diablo's trying to get that angle. Only sees Colonel Pants, but Colonel Pants has the E up still.
Meanwhile, Kerrigan up top went and cleared the Bruiser camp, and effectively gave up the Punisher, but at least no one died in the 5v4.
Yeah, good push top and mid.
The wall disappears top, and Ford's going to take a bit of damage, and now Breakwood's 1v1ing the Leo. Oh.
Breakwood taking a break, stepping back. The Punisher is about 25% low left. It looks like they're going to be able to save their bot Ford in time, unless Sylvanas has her trade up, which she does not. 19 seconds here. Oop. I'm getting a little bit of camera issues here. There we go. Alright. And after that objective push, we have Phoenix Rising Esports grabbing the bot siege camp as Wildheart grabs their own siege camp. Lupus trying to check with a snowball, but it's already been done.
Really good aggressive neutral siege camp steal there, recognizing that that blue team is taking their own, grabbing the neutral one, and now they're actually going to go for theirs. Now, obviously, they're they're opening themselves up to an invade, but they're hoping that Chromie time traps will be enough to. Ooh, it's taken a long time, but yeah, blue team doesn't just like running around a bit, letting them do it. They're not scared. There we go.
Oh, Breakwood kind of caught in a sandwich between Lupus and Colonel Pants, but nice peel by a Pie Maker on the Diablo. Diablo coming in, getting aggressive, especially with the Decker's follow-up. Chromie's slowing stance coming down.
Leo's in trouble.
Sonya gets a spear onto Lupus. Small little skirmish. Merc Camp's pushing in mid, but they're going to be cleared very easily by Wildheart Omega. There's 2v1 top. Phoenix Rising Esports trying to get a little bit more position, a little bit more of an advantage. They have the bot top wall down compared to bot wall down on their own side.
Oh, Leo top lane is taking a beating. Oh, he just gets out. Breakwood has rotated to lane against Leo, and Sonya is just in the format.
Interesting play. I guess they're using the Sonya for just DPS in this game.
Yeah, I think they're also recognizing that Sonya can actually lose the trade against Leo, or at least that somehow Kerrigan is a better fit to lane against the Leoric, and it's working out pretty well.
Yeah, especially Breakwood is most likely trying to stack her Q quests in the top and the mid lane. It's about halfway there with 48 out of the 75 done, as both teams get the Bruiser camps on either side, with the objective spawning up in middle. Just have the tanks clearing lanes here. Diablo trying to catch bot soak, and Phoenix Rising Esports holding their Bruiser so that they can have a chance at clearing the Bruiser camp on the blue side as it comes over to the red side. Lupus in the camp. Breakwood gets stunned by Lupus, and nice pick by Lupus. Good job posturing the bush for that pick right before the objective gets spawned. And it's going to be poke duty for Reb.
Yep,
as
May stands there and tanks it. No fear.
Both Bruiser camps getting cleared up pretty easily. Breakwood is up on her way. She's going to take about 10 seconds. May not be enough time to get that objective, It looks like Wildheart Omega may take the second objective of the game here, looking to push that mid camp. Sylvanas has her trade up.
Wildheart gets the second objective.
Nice little nest of potions there by Deckard. I think they're waiting for the Mei Stukov root to be protected from that. Yeah, that Diablo... Ooh. I think if there wasn't that nest of potions, Diablo would have been close to dead or gone.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
Nice play by the alien here.
Yeah,
And it looks like Wildheart Omega is going to give the objective as Sonya rotates top with the healer.
Oh, there. That is not a long E yet. They're still going for it. Here comes the slow.
And it looks like it's going to be
into the slowing sands. That is going to get
dead
killed.
Leoric. I mean, on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports on the red side, I mean, they have two really good double soakers here on the Sonya and the Kerrigan, which allows the four-mans to change and rotate on any whim depending on whether Sonya or Kerrigan's available. But bot, before it goes down...
Leo respawns in the middle of the enemy team.
He's up.
But now has his 13E. Effectively walks out. So they trade forwards top and bottom. As you can see, the next objective will actually be on top. So this is a pretty good trade for Phoenix Rising Esports.
Right now.
In the near future, that is.
Wildheart Omega capping the bottom siege camp here.
Leo pushing pressure top. Might get that tower from that minion wave.
Got 937 HP left. As Phoenix Rising Esports, they're being pulled down bot. And once Wildheart Omega sees this, they're going to try to get they're going to ping for that fountain. I was going to say water fountain. The healing fountain here. Couldn't quite get the shields off of it. And Sonya's in a little bit of trouble. Just misses the entomb from Leoric. And Wildheart Omega taking a step to reset back. And we still have we don't have much left on the Mercant bots, so looks like Phoenix Rising Esports can only send Kerrigan down as they wait for the objective to spawn top. Wildheart Omega trying to get control through the bushes here. They're just playing a little bit of yin-yang. One team going up and top, another team going bottom and then down to the right. Lupus here positioning, looking for the Blizzard. Not quite in position. Good response from Phoenix Rising Esports here. I'm really liking how Wildheart Omega is just having control of the map, even though they're down the top fort for the objective. Deckard has the upgraded potions talent, looking to set up a nice little nest near the base. Both teams going for their bruiser camps respectively. We'll see if either team, they're probably not going to hold either cap. Looks like an immediate cap by Wildheart Omega. Breakwood finishing off the bruiser camp, immediately capping it on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports. And looks like Deckard and Sonya are going to start the shrine here. It looks like Wildheart Omega is not going for the objective.
Yeah, Wildheart thinks that either they think they're going to lose this for sure, or they think that they'll have the time to take that to do a serious damage on that keep.
Yeah, 5 down.
They might. They have one kata. Oh, Sonya's staying. Everyone else backing, so they'll get the objective and they'll be able to defend 45.
Trade is up. We have Breakwood, Alien, and Red Piemaker trying to defend this 5-man push here. Stukov gets the flail. Stay well and listen. Coming out the APOC, trying to prevent any sort of disengage, and but Diablo goes down. Souls are gone, but Diablo is quickly spawning back. It's a nice win for the Wildheart Omega to get those souls there, but the objective is on their way from top. Breakwood is in a little bit of trouble.
They might kill Breakwood. Breakwood is in a lot of trouble.
The Cocoon Deckard potion's coming out.
There's nothing to peel for you.
Oh, Breakwood is still alive with the shield.
Almost trying to trade on the Sylvanas.
Good
Very
shot.
nice attempt by Rickwood.
In the meantime, at top,
But meanwhile, Sonya is going to take top
he
keep
took
by
Wrath of the
herself.
Berserker to get a little bit more siege damage here. That W is just going to melt down that keep. Sylvanas solo defending top. Joined by the rest of the team now.
Yep, that keeps going down, for sure.
Oh, we have May getting caught out from Hearthling. Barely escapes. Nice job by the May to get out of there. But Wildheart Omega has lost their top keep. Good, got a lot of good damage on the bottom keep. 7,000 HP left as the Phoenix Rising Esports team tries to steal their siege camp on the side of Wildheart Omega. Some good macro decisions from both sides there. I love the push bot. Just a little too slow to get the full value and get that keep down. But not so bad in the bad position there, especially if the next time the objective spawns bot, it's going to be great if Wildheart Omega wins the objective there. Siege camp going on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports and maybe looking to posture to get the bottom siege camp. Just making sure that there's no one hiding in the bush from Wildheart Omega. They do have to clear that mid siege camp. So they're going to commit Sylvanas and May, which allows them to get the siege camp bot. Diablo and Sonya are looking for a pick here, or just looking to anchor, seeing if they can catch anybody. Sonya...
Wildheart playing it smartly, realizing that they have no idea what's going on
Exactly.
in the map, and playing it conservatively.
Big wave here.
Meanwhile, Leo's taking top.
It's just all about trading forts in this game.
Yeah, but it'll be hard to take this fort with 4 people defending it. And Sonya not there to smack it with W's. And they clear the siege camp almost instantly.
Looks like Leo's going to get this siege camp. Just a couple more hits left. 2,000 HP. Sonya and Kerrigan trying to rotate top. Looks like Diablo and friends are trying to disrupt the rotation bot.
Yeah. So this is... You trade a siege camp for a top fort.
It's a heck of a trade.
Yeah. That's a really good move by Wildheart. Really smart macro, winning it out, not recognizing no one's on the map, not venturing too far out, being ready to respond to a mid push with the siege camp or to a bottom push, and meanwhile sending Leo, who can E8 to safety to split push top. Very, very good macro.
20 is coming online soon for Phoenix Rising Esports, but Wildheart Omega is only half away. We have 2 blinks picked up on the side of 20 talents from Phoenix Rising Esports as they look to invade the Bruiser camp on the side of Wildheart Omega.
Okay. Bruiser camp, Shaman camp, not too valuable at this point because it can't actually do anything to the core. Whereas it can push your fort and keeps, those dogs will simply get cleared. They're useful to keep the lane pushed and to ensure that catapults reach the core, however. Oh, some posturing for the
May
shrine.
coming in, trying to get the stun on the Diablo.
W goes down.
Oh, Diablo's getting low. Silence and Tomb, and Diablo gets deleted. Kerrigan is saved by the Cocoon. Deckard is in trouble while Reb on Chromie is escaping.
Oh.
Deckard puts out the stay while and listen, and is just taken down by the Leoric. Leoric and Tomb is just doing damage. Both teams have low players, but Wildheart Omega coming out winning on the side.
It looks like Wildheart, yes. Really good engage there. Absolutely blows up the Diablo. Takes advantage of the fact that he's not full souls. And now that Bruiser camp is pushing with catapults on their core.
Catapults.
Leo backs and clears the catapults knowingly.
So trying to get some counter push by taking a top Bruiser here as Wildheart Omega takes the objective. As you were mentioning earlier, Whisper, they did, when Sylvanas and friends went to counter push bot during that top objective push, did get a nice 66% on that keep. So this objective at level 20 is going to be super strong.
Yep, and it's a very scary objective. Exactly.
We got 20 seconds on the DPS from Phoenix Rising Esports. See if the Diablo, Deckard, and Sonya can just hold out. I believe Sylvanas does have her trait up. They're going to take this keep pretty easily. The trait coming down. They're going to delete that keep before the objective spawns.
Yeah, it's going to be duo die for Phoenix Rising. They're going to have to to kill the Immortal before it gets on the... Oh, are they trying to bait it towards the
That's
second
going to be decreased armor on Diablo from Mace ult. Stay on listen coming out, but could not get the APOG down. APOG is out. Catches one hero here. Spin to win. Sonya coming in on the Glory. The Entomb silences, but no one is available to follow up, unfortunately. Punisher is at 62%, just pounding on the core.
It's a very good defense, but they will definitely get some core damage because the Punisher is simply too healthy.
And the
Chromie's clearing it by herself.
The two catapults with that bruiser just could not take any shields off of Wildheart Omega's core. And we have immediate decision to play that macro game, taking the siege camp from Wildheart Omega here. Diablo anchoring in the bush, making sure there's no one coming down from bot side. Sylvanas may throw out an E. No, they know that they're taking the siege camp as they go for the mid keep. Reb is about 10 seconds away to catch up with the team here after clearing the Immortal.
That's going to be mid fort going.
Almost evening up the building counts here. Two keeps up on both sides. Wildheart Omega with that advantage of having the bot fort up. Looks like Phoenix Rising Esports is looking to either take that siege camp or take that bot fort. Taking both siege camps.
Looks like they're going... looks like they're doing both at the same time. Recognize on side the Wildheart. We're just going to deep push some lanes, relieve some pressure. But a lot of respect for the blow-up combos on Phoenix Rising Esports. So you see Wildheart Omega not really venturing out too much with all these chokes and bushes.
Yeah, that...
And it looks like that's going to... I'm not sure what's happening at this point. I think they recognize that they can't save bottom fort, so they let them take it.
Yeah, not much they can do since they don't have that much map control. Though Leo's getting a nice little mini push up top, taking away the fountain, which will alleviate just a little bit of pressure since the objective is going to spawn top next.
Oof.
That May engage with the level 20 ice wall plus her W is just scary though. Negative 25 armor. Holy crap.
Extremely scary. Ice wall, that ever since the buffs and the nerfs to Avalanche has basically become the meta talent. Extremely scary in small maps or maps where team fights happen in small areas. Look at this bush
setup. Here we go. Chromie giving a little bit of poke, maybe trying to bait a little bit. Potions are up in case the Diablo wants to engage again. No one sees the Diablo quite yet. I think Diablo's just trying to look for that perfect flip into the wall here. And Wildheart Omega not taking the bait.
And Wildheart may be a bit worried about that siege camp pushing bottom. Oh, there goes Diablo.
Coming out, Blizzard stuns the Diablo. Entomb does not get anybody, but the nice Sylvanas interrupt on the stay on listen. The May Icewall catches two at negative 25 armor. Ults are out for both teams.
Really good ice wall for the counter engage.
And both teams
completely negate the value of Apocalypse. And
Lyric does go down, but he'll come back up pretty quickly, already at half HP. Looks like Wildheart, they have to engage this. Diablo at full so's gets stunned, where there's no ults on either side except for the flail. Diablo looking for that Cassion Brown Balla. Nice escape by Apparition. Big stun by the May on the Deckard and the Diablo here.
Breakwood chasing down like
Cassion. Goodness. You're calling it, man. This Kerrigan and Breakwood on Kerrigan is just like ripping through with these team fights and has really good sustain with the shields too. Looks like Leoric is...
Yeah. Ooh.
Highmaker at 290. Gets nicely healed by Aelidin. Breakwood and AoE rules with the kill on Stukov. And that is a 3-person wipe on the side of Wildheart Omega as Phoenix Rising Esports looks to take the advantage and walk that straight to the core.
Yep, that's going to be pretty difficult to defend. Wildheart doesn't have that much single target damage to hit the outside of Sylvanas to melt down the Punisher. It might actually just walk right onto core. They don't have enough time. There's too many people dead. This might even be game. We'll see what happens.
Both main Sylvanas postured and ready. Leoric and Cassie are going to be up pretty soon. They're not going to have a healer in time for this fight, this last fight. Ults are up on both sides again. Let's see if May can get another counter engage along with the Leo and Tomb. Leo did go the E-Talent to decrease damage. Apoc comes out with the Stukov root. We have no more ults on either side. It is just a 6v5 as the Punisher at 80% health starts to bang on the core that is at full shields. Nice chasing after Bombal and Cassia. Rumbala goes down. The Stukov looks like he's going to be taken out also by Sonya.
Diablo is so healthy.
That AA build is just nuts.
I don't know that they can do anything.
The core's at 51%, 49%. Leo goes down. Apparition trying to get the last amounts of damage, and that is GG with the victory on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports. Whew. That Breakwood did some work on the Kerrigan, man. Holy, but Jesus.
Yeah, that was really good Kerrigan.
Whew.
Extremely strong hero too.
Yeah.
Chromie is some big stats.
68,000 damage with 4 kills. Sony with 5 kills too. I mean, they just had a really high damage comp here on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports. But I really did like the disengages, not only from May, but Stukov too. Anytime Diablo tried to dive in with the Kerrigan.
Yeah, that was really good. A really interesting draft from the side of Phoenix Rising, with going with 2 melee. Sonya now almost counts as a melee assassin. Going with 2 melee assassins and only 1 Chromie into the 2 range DPS of Wildheart. But Chromie being the only ranged assassin isn't that bad, provided that you outrange all the ranged assassins of Wildheart.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a really, really, really good comp. Just a really well executed game in general.
Yeah, and what I really liked about both sides is how they made really quick decisions on macro play when they had this immediate reaction where if they knew they couldn't get the objective, counter pushes bot and top lane were just, as an off laner, solo laner, were beautiful for me to see. So I really enjoyed the decision making there from the shot callers to take those buildings whenever the opportunity presented itself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to be going into Game 2, Phoenix Rising Esports with the 1 win. Let me update the score here. And we're waiting for the map pick for the second game. I wonder if they're going to be banning the Kerrigan in the second matchup here, especially because, as you mentioned before, Whisper, that Kerrigan's worked her way up into the meta, and they've, at least in my Storm League games, the fact that Chromie and Cassia were allowed, that's pretty wild for me personally.
Yes. Sorry, I was taking a bite.
No worries. The lobby has been created. I'm
to
going to invite you into this lobby right now as we head into Game 2 on Towers of Doom.
Yeah, Cassia is a meta pick. There's no doubt that this is a super strong hero even after the recent nerfs. But I guess even with that, some heroes that are probably not as generally overtuned as Cassia on the right map might simply just end up being the better picks. In this case, Kerrigan, who's also an extremely strong hero in her own right, on this map just becomes absurdly useful.
And this is, I mean, I know some people hate it, but this is definitely my favorite map, Towers of Doom, just for the back and forth.
Oh my, I am of the people.
Oh yeah.
But then again, I like Hanamura. And
You like Hanamura? Oh.
I like happy maps. I like good times. I like cherry blossoms and sunlight, and Towers of Doom is very grim.
When you say it that way, a lot of maps are pretty grim. I'm thinking Garden of Terror is pretty grim.
Yeah,
There's
first
pretty
hollow
a
and
lot of
street.
good maps in our map pool. I don't know any other happy maps other than I guess maybe Sky Temple is like bright and yellow.
Yeah, the Sky Temple is relatively happy. It's like a sunny day. Hanamura is definitely the sunniest of the maps. Blackheart's Bay is sunny, but no one likes to play it. That one, and I'm not gonna throw my hat in for that one. It's just not fun. But it's nice. It's nice. It's nice on the eyes too.
Wildheart Omega
All
banning
right,
the
so
Medivh coming out first.
yeah, here goes the Medivh. The respect, the respect for the bird.
And last game, the first ban for Phoenix Rising Esports was the Hogger, which, I mean, Hogger's pretty strong on all maps, but especially on Towers of Doom here.
Yeah. On Towers of Doom, I guess he's lower priority, but he's still busted. So there he goes.
Hogger's out for the count. No Hogger this game. Now, this is where the bans get interesting. Let's see what Wildheart Omega wants to not let through from Phoenix Rising Esports. I like the Diablo, the Deckard, and the Kerrigan play from the Phoenix Rising Esports side, but ooh, as a quote-unquote one-trick Sonya, I mean, anytime a Sonya gets through, I'm like, okay, macro GG, but the Lyric on Wildheart Omega did really well just trying to prevent that double soak.
Yeah. Oh well, those are some very similar bans to the first game.
Exactly.
So I wonder if we'll see the Maiev again.
I know that from following Cure's stream, a lot of the pro players are trying to. I mean, if they haven't already tried to master Zeratul already, Maiev is the next type of high ceiling hero that can have a lot of impact on the game.
Yeah, Maiev is particular in the and then Chromie ban. Yeah, Chromie on Towers of Doom is her ability to delay, her vision, her safety. Oh, so it's a Cassia first pick. People are still on the Cassia train.
Yeah, Chromie Towers of Doom, annoying AF. I never want to play Chromie on Towers of Doom. You said it right, man.
We'll see. We should expect some sort of long-range poke, something that can provide vision or help rotations.
Maybe
But
like a Hanzo.
as we,
Maybe Hanzo.
but outside of Chromie, there really aren't that many high priority picks. So you might see the meta heroes come in. So and here's the Maiev, Breakwood, going for another melee assassin.
There's the Maiev you're talking about. I'm really looking forward to seeing high level Maiev play here.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I want to say that Maiev is special as far as high skill ceiling heroes, because you can see Zeratul, you can see Kurid play Zeratul and think, wow, I want to do that. I want to zip around and avoid everything. But Maiev is a hero where at full use, you will stand in the middle of the enemy team, do boatloads of damage, but in turn take a crap ton of it yourself. It's not a hero that avoids everything. It's a hero that can trade a lot of its health in exchange for the health of the entire enemy team, which is not. It's very special. There's not that many assassins that work this way.
And now we have Lupus drafting Diablo and Frosty Wind drafting the Brightwing. So they have a nice solid comp here on Wildheart Omega.
Well, Li Ming ban, so banning the big artillery mage that can poke down the channels. So we'll see what ends up being picked instead. First the bans.
Most of the meta picks are out, or they've been chosen looking for either tank or DPS ban from Wildheart Omega. The Mei is still up. Let's see what they.
The Mei, Era. Oh, it's the Zeratul. I don't know why you would ban a Zeratul if you have a Brightwing on your team. That's completely beyond me.
Yeah, they've already drafted the Maiev too.
Yes. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking something spicy for the last two picks that might be countered hard by melee assassins like this. But I'm pretty sure you want the enemy team to go Zeratul if you have Brightwing.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a Zeratul Maiev Stukov, that's like good night for any hero that gets caught. And a Tychus by Reb, and Piemaker gets Joanna for Phoenix Rising Esports, looking for the last ban from Wildheart Omega.
Tychus into Diablo, and the Johanna blind pretty good into Cassia, and to an auto attack Diablo. It's also decent into Brightwing W's with her trait or Iron Skin.
Soul laners are still up. We got my favorite Sonya. Let's see if either team picks him up. We have a Falstad, and Colonel Pants gets Sonya. You know, I have a question with the Falstad. I mean, of course, I'm familiar with the macro play, but in terms of DPS, do you find Falstad just making an impact DPS wise here on the enemy team?
I think Falstad's DPS, when you play him, it really doesn't feel like he does that much damage, but I think he's very
Hmm.
respectable. Uh, he Most of his power is not in his damage. It's probably put into his macro and Gus. Okay. No.
I mean, it looks like Wildheart Omega did know something was going on. They banned Zeratul, but AoE rules drafted the final pick Valera to come up. A lot.
But Valera is decent into Bright. Zeratul has no unstoppable, whereas Valera gets one pretty early on, and that can actually protect her in her burst window where Brightwing can't poly her, and then she can just get out before anything happens.
Ooh,
Zeratul doesn't have that freedom. Well, we'll see what happens.
it's gonna be some spicy team fights from Phoenix Rising Esports. But in terms of predictions, what are you thinking here, Whisper?
Um, I like to go with the team that has Sonya in general. But Valera can actually destroy Sonya, which is surprising. Again, both Valera and Maya have a really high health melee assassins. They both have higher health than Thrall, for example.
Hmm.
And Tychus himself is the tankiest of the shooters, or at least he's extremely tanky compared to Raynor when he does something relatively similar at the cost of
Mm-hmm.
range. So and Stukov is pretty tough for a healer. So they're actually not that easy to burst, which doesn't jive well with the playstyle of a Diablo, ideally, who wants like a big combo into explode. But we'll see what happens. I imagine it Falstad will be double soaking, but I'm not sure what's going to happen on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports. But I'm excited
Yeah,
to see.
same here. So here we go. On the side of Phoenix Rising Esports, we have Breakwell on Maev, Eliden on Stukov, we have AoE rules on the Valera, Reb on the Tychus, and Piemaker on the Joanna. And then on Wildheart Omega, Apparition on the Falstad, Frosty Wind on the Brightwing, Lupus on Diablo, Brambala on Cassia, and we have Sonya with Colonel Pants. Phoenix Rising Esports just clears that mid lane so quickly, so with Breakwood disrupting the rotation so they can get the bot lane clear super quickly.
Yeah. One big advantage of having Johanna as your main tank is that she's uniquely well suited to getting wave prio in the mid lane meetup because she's safer than most other tanks. She can walk up, condemn, clear the wave, and then your team gets the lead. Foreman is still there, clears this wave.
Looks like Valera's going to be on solo lane duties as opposed to roaming and ganking here as Phoenix Rising Esports goes for their first siege camp.
That's what happens when you clear the waves faster. You get your siege camp. Valera kind of trying to terrorize Falstad. Falstad playing it well, just staying behind. Apparition knows very well that he can get blinked on, and is just going to freeze that lane and try to play it safe the whole time.
Falstad looks like he's going W build against, well, makes sense against a team that has blinds and stuns and roots here. Phoenix Rising Esports trying to walk in their siege, their pumpkins. Gets all three walked in as they try to defend against the Wildheart Omega pumpkins. 4-man trying to clear against 3-man. Sonya trying to push mid as Valera and Falstad playing their happy little dance in the top lane. Looks like the pumpkins are almost going to be cleared. A grenade and a W from Joanna will take care of it as level 4s come online for both teams.
Phoenix Rising picking up both globes. Tyke is getting engaged on. Oh,
Tychus gets out.
should be able to.
Good try, good engage from the Diablo there from Lupus.
Oh, meanwhile, Falstad. Oh, eased toward.
There's fights on every single lane
Valera.
here. Alien coming in, trying to get the slow and the silence.
Oh, Sonya's in trouble. That should be a kill.
Nice job by
Really
nice job
nice.
by Reb, just keeping the Sonya there while Alien just getting that kill for the team. Objective spawning up. Falstad trying to catch that mid soak.
Oh, Diablo.
Little low.
Getting CC'd.
Frostwind with
He's
a
gonna
nice
make it
clutch
out.
heal there.
Tasted.
Looks like it's going to be a 3v4 in bot as Sonya and Falstad try to get the top objective. Looks like Valyria will have no choice but get their own objective here. Let's see.
Sonya is going to go try to interrupt Valyria. Valyria is aware that this might happen and backs up.
Sonya trying to catch the top objective.
Valyria calling for help and engaging on the Sonya. Tychus shows up. Ooh, this is scary for Sonya.
Sonya looks like she's going to get out. While that happens, Apparition trying to cap it.
Ooh, really? Oh, no. Ooh, very close.
Break with one more interrupt. Oh, doesn't quite get the interrupt with the Q. And that is 2 objective caps on the side of Wildheart Omega. Small little lead there. Phoenix Rising Esports with level 7s coming up soon, and now they're online. Trying to get that. I'm trying to look for a Valyria pick here. AoE rules dancing up and down. Almost got that kill on the Sonya with the Tychus. Falstad, ooh, gets chunked. Ooh. Nice peel by Lupus, and Valyria gets just deleted as Frosty Wind gets a nice heal on Apparition. Though Phoenix Rising Esports did get the siege camp. With that kill, we are now at even levels, mid-7s. Sonya taking the top siege camp. Again, going the W build, should be able to clear that pretty quickly. As Wildheart Omega gets the bottom siege camp. Pumpkins trying to be walked in. No, they're going to leave the pumpkins as Wildheart Omega tries to walk in their pumpkins of their own. Joanna coming in with the Maiev to get that Lupus. Diablo. Frosty Wind with the nice heal. Oh, the heal gets interrupted from Frosty Wind. Lupus gets out just in time though with 20% HP. There's a fight happening mid lane with Sonya and AoE rules. Apparition trying to help follow up. Is there another stealth? Oh, and AoE rules goes down. Good try though from the Valyria to get that Sonya. Sonya seems maybe a little too tanky there, but I know that Valyria scales as the level goes up with her 13 and 16 talents.
Yes, she definitely does. She should eventually be able to beat Sonya, I think. But for now, Sonya is just smacking everyone.
Objective is up.
Oh.
Sonya looking to delay with the E once. Maybe Maiev looking to delay the second time. Breakwood does get the interrupt. Avoids the Diablo stun combo. We have a cat bot from Wildheart Omega from Frosty Wind on the Bright Wing. AoE rules with the Valyria. Doesn't get the Sonya because of the heal and the peel by Lupus. We have the polymorph. AoE rules kind of low. Stukov with a nice clutch heal. Breakwood trying to get the stun on Colonel Pants. Joanna peeling for the team. Pops her trait.
Everyone lives.
No kills on either side as the objective is still up mid. Looks like Valyria and Falstad are playing macro duty in the mid lane. Valyria looking to come interrupt Colonel Pants. Pings to get the stun. And nice kill confirmed by Valyria here. Have a polymorph Joanna. Nice pull from Breakwood to... Are they going to get Brown Ball? Ults come out. Cassia goes down as Valyria caps the objective. And Reb with the Tychus Odin to take a seat, take a wall.
Really unfortunate. I think Falstad left on the side of Wildheart to go grab level 10 right so they could re-engage with a fly into the team fight, but a good read by Phoenix Rising to engage while Falstad was away and get a kill to nullify that possibility. And they get the actual fort out of this.
Fort.
Very well
Falstad
played.
Trying to counter push top, getting the top siege camp here while Valyria defends. That W build is just going to... Oh, Falstad did not go W build. My apologies. Went AA healing and then the boomerang on level 7. Wildheart Omega looking to recap their fort with these pumpkins that they're going to walk into bot fort. But Phoenix Rising not going to let that go down without a fight. Breakwood coming in. Puts out her E. Doesn't get anybody in range of her W cleave. And they're looking to walk in these pumpkins as Sonya postures to try to get a pick on that Valyria. AoE rules is about half. Sonya looking to rotate away from top lane, catching that mid soak as we have 3 pumpkins walking in bot lane.
It might not be possible to stop them from walking this in 3v4. getting some good damage on it. Oh, Falstad comes. Should be fine.
Saves the day with the flight. As they switch solo lane duties, it'll be Sonya against the Valera. But the bottom lane control still on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports with that bot fort. They may send one to cap the objective here.
Dukov's gonna look to go channel.
Yep, you're exactly right with the Stukov call there. Stukov channels while they defend the bottom keep. Sonya getting a little bit of push top, bullying the Valera top lane. But Phoenix Rising Esports gets the next objective channeled with 5 hits on the core. Breakwood looking for a pick. Doesn't quite match up. Tyke's going spray and pray at level 13. That's not a talent that I'm very familiar with. Breakwood pulling the Lupus. Lupus is, oh, half health. Frosty Wind coming in with the heal. Nice clutch heal from Frosty Wind.
Really good phase shift. There goes the Odin. So trusting Valera to lane duties while defending this tower, it looks like.
I think just the range and the ability to engage from the side of Phoenix Rising Esports is really scary at this point. The Odin is down for Tychus.
Yep. And with 13s coming in, Valera's Strangle talent will reduce the spell power, will reduce Sonya's W damage by 40% for 6 seconds if she opens with Garrote. So that's a really good way to deal with Sonya. And indeed, she seems to be running toward the Sonya right now to do exactly that. Just get some poke in. And
20 HP going down just like that. Sonya did go Wrath, no leap in this game, as both teams get their pumpkins capped and on their way to each other's bot keeps. Oh, half chunked on Falstad. Grenade from Reb. And nice job by Reb and AoE rules there on the Falstad kill 10 seconds before the objective spawns. Sonya getting caught out. Frosty Wind with those heals. Oh, Blessed Shield comes out.
Actually, that's unfortunate. Sonya saw the Brightwing coming, decided to re-engage, and then the entire team for Phoenix showed up, and that caused Brightwing's death as she appeared way too close to the enemy team.
Colonel Pants going.
Sonya going in trying to interrupt.
No grenade from Tychus getting that Sonya either. It looks like Wildheart Omega is going to try to prevent this cap. Maya's Cage comes out, and the Odin also. Diablo is silenced with Brown Balla at 230 HP. Nice disengage from Apparition.
Gets out.
Diablo is getting the stun on Breakwood.
Oh.
Not enough follow-up yet.
Trying to get a pick.
Oh my goodness. I'm loving the aggressiveness, even though they were down like heroes there from Wildheart Omega.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Valera gonna try to get top camp.
Is Valera a strong camp clear?
She's pretty decent because of her W, actually. But I don't know if she can stand toe-to-toe with Sonya if she doesn't open with stealth. But it looks like she gets it fast enough that it doesn't matter.
That was pretty quick. Sonya there going to do quick work, clearing the Merc camps with Falstad up top too. As 2 members of Wildheart Omega are stuck top, we have 4-man push coming down from Phoenix Rising Esports here.
Yeah, using their talent tier advantage, Wildheart knows playing pretty safe. They knows that they don't want this fight to happen too hard, too fast. Now they have their 16s online.
Blessed Shield coming out with the Stukov combo. Frosty Wind with that's like 3 or 4 nice heals from Frosty Wind there on the Brightwing. Piemaker almost getting taken down herself with the Cassia ult. Looks like Wildheart Omega just likes playing a man down. They're playing really well, just 4v5, 3v4.
Yeah.
Gives Sonya and Falstad just more freedom to walk around and challenge the Valera in the lanes.
I really wish that if both Sonya and Falstad were on Valera duty, that some more stuff would happen. But Valera's playing it really well. Very shifty and hard to punish in this late game.
Another 3v4 down bot as both teams take their own top objectives. Breakwood gets 2 in with the hook and the shield. Oh, very low on the side of Wildheart Omega, looking for a disengage by Apparition as Frosty Wind escapes and heals Diablo. Frosty Wind right in the middle of that Merc camp there.
Sonya walking in, going on
Oh,
Stukov right away.
low.
Stukov is definitely going to die.
Falstad and Stukov go down. It's a 4v4. We have low Frosty Wind here.
Oh, that looks like Sonya cleanup to me.
Breakwood going down as a Valeera takes down the Brightwing. Also, AoE rules at 390. Oh, the Wrath W Sonya just too strong there.
And Johanna is likely going to go to...
That W level 16 for Sonya. Oh.
Yep.
My goodness, as Wildheart Omega wins that fight for this objective, 4 shots get taken to the Phoenix Rising Esports core. Sonya Wrath down for 13 seconds as they try to push on this bot wall as Cassia gets the siege camp bot. Tychus getting a little bit of soak top as both teams try to...
There was a really interesting macro decision right before this where both Falstad and Valeera were channeling their respective altars. And even though Sonya was in the bush right next to the topmost altar and could have easily interrupted the Valeera, Sonya chose to run down and participate in the team fight, which instead got her 3 kills. And guaranteed that the altar bot would go to the side of Wildheart. So really, really smart.
Yeah, props on the side of Colonel Pants. And you were right. When you say cleanup duty, whew, that was level 16 giant killer. Just does too much freaking damage here. Even looking at the hero damage, Sonya is still at 17 because she's just soaking so much, and Cassie at 49,000 compared to Tychus' 57. We have an engage coming here. Sonya pops Wrath. Blessed Shield coming out for the Sonya, and Valeera gets the confirmed kill. Minigun on Tychus is up, and Lupus. Is he going to get away with 600? Nice. Oh, the...
Really good spell armor
oh,
on Brightwing.
Oh,
there
goodness.
goes. Too much range.
2 going down, Sonya and Cassia as Phoenix Rising Esports.
That's very unfortunate.
They're both the same amount of experience away from level 20s with... Oh, no, Phoenix Rising Esports about 75% of the way there as Falstad waits for Siege Camp top. Nope, Siege Camp top will be up in 1 minute 20. Phoenix Rising Esports trying to get the extra shot to go from 4 shots to 5 from the bottom objective. So we got objective and these pumpkins walking in as Falstad flies down too.
They're gonna try to walk in those pumpkins. Falstad has Gust, worst comes to worst. I don't think they'll be able to push those in, but they might force the ult. No, it looks like they'll just be clear.
20's coming in about 40% from Wildheart Omega.
Big resets from Breakwood on the lane.
Apparition getting just chunked by not only Breakwood's Q, but Reb's grenade.
Yeah, that's what's unfortunate about Falstad. No matter how useful his ults or damage are, or his global, his hitbox is enormous, and his health is extremely small. He's like a sort of flying Vergara. Very difficult to deal with when Tychus has a grenade that can do a third of your life every 10 seconds.
It's also a sight I would never want to see. I hate solo laning against a Zagara, much less a flying one. Diablo getting the stun on Piemaker, and Breakwood coming out with the hook and the cage on Diablo. Blessed Shield stunning Brambala, Lupus, and Apparition.
Tychus standing still does the entire life of Diablo through the spell armor, but actually the counter kill. Wow. Really good gust there.
Nice gust by Apparition, saving the team and opening it up for an APOC from Lupus too, as Sonya does her W with the Cassia. Altar spawning in 24 seconds. They're going to try to... They're down 20-9, but with 1 down, Tychus, the main damage dealer, no doubt, by 30,000 hero damage. They can get the bot keep. I wonder if they're going to try to get one more as Wildheart or Phoenix Rising Esports goes for the boss play to get just 1.
Oh, it looks like they'll be able to get it. Yeah, there's no time.
There's going to be 4 shots left from the side of Wildheart Omega as 5 goes straight to the core of Phoenix Rising Esports. Are they going to wait for the bush? Oh, they're not going to wait for the teleport here from Tychus. Maiev taking the top camp as Breakwood caps as they go for the mid keep, trying to take advantage of that Tychus being out. Maiev is going to be a little bit late coming in, pinging Valera. See, AoE rules is just half HP. Maiev cage is up in 8 seconds. Sonya coming up with the Wrath. They're just waiting for that Maiev cage for the kin. Oh, I did not see the bottom pumpkins getting walked in. Phoenix Rising Esports is 12 and Wildheart Omega have 5 shots left. They're posturing bot, just a little bit out of vision, waiting for that. Oh, engage on the Cassia. Ooh. Counter engaged by Apparition, gets pulled in from the edge.
Oh, Valera gets caught in the
Oh my goodness.
She had already used her Unstoppable offensively. She couldn't use it when the wind tunnel came through.
It looks like they might try to go for this mid keep. 5v4 as altars spawn. Valera's not going to be quite up in time to defend against that. Tribute, or not tribute, altar phase 2. Keeps get traded. Bot for the red team, blue for, or mid for the Wildheart Omega team. As
Not too bad. Not too bad. The bottom keep extremely important for this next altar phase.
Looks like Valera is down for 20 seconds. 5v4 here.
Invisible Diablo.
That's a scary sight.
Oh, going in.
Frosty Wind caps the first set. Now it's 5-7. This is a very close game here as Colonel Pants caps the next set. 2 shots left from Phoenix Rising Esports as they get they're going for that bot keep. Valera is now up, making her way 5 seconds away from defending the bot keep. Now it looks like they just play the poke game to try to get the bot keep, and then it would be too hard, right, to get a 6 cap here with all 5 heroes up.
It'd be extremely difficult to get a 6 cap without the enemy team responding.
Valera being cheeky there in the bush.
Very irregular talent picked on Sonya, going with the Unstoppable 20 or the Berserker, the Wrath upgrade, whereas most people pick Ignore Pain, I believe, for the 60 armor. But against a team that has as much CC as Phoenix, it might make sense.
AoE rules looking for a Braun Ball again?
Oh, Diablo I think Diablo might have seen AoE rules.
Did he see it?
Wow.
He sees it. Oh!
That's really surprising that they didn't notice. It really looked like they were like somehow that they were testing it, trying to figure out whether
maybe they were trying to bait, or maybe Diablo's W was down. But cheeky, I'm loving these cheeky Valera plays here and the positioning. All right, this is gonna be for the marbles here. Final altar phases, one spawning on each side. Looks like Phoenix Rising Esports will have to be aggressive and go for a kill. Frosty Wind going for the heal on Diablo. Maiev stage comes out. Silence is all around. Diablo gets deleted with 100 souls.
There it goes. Uh-oh. Maiev pops her movements.
Oh,
Uh-oh, no, the counter engage on Sonya.
Geralt, oh my gosh. Counter engage.
Most likely.
Frosty Wind looking for the cap. Tychus trying to deny here. Breakwood is trying to, because Breakwood knows that if they cap this, they're done for. Tychus coming back from capping. They're all low on the side. 5v3. Lupus and Frosty Wind Apparition trying to come out with any kills that they can get.
Oh,
nice back kill from Apparition, but it looks like it'll be GG. Reb capping. Frosty Wind coming in to say hello. Oh! That's a little fun kill on the Tychus. Not quite, as the core goes down. GG down to the wire with 2. Woo! That was a heck of a game. Oh my gosh. Came down to the wire.
Yeah. Looking at the stat line, Tychus with a huge damage got the both in siege and in hero damage. For the side of Wildheart, basically the only person with damage is Cassia.
And you know, Valera playing very aggressively, even though with the 4 deaths gets all of the kills, involved in all the kills on the side of Phoenix Rising Esports. Um, but I, I mean, I expected the Diablo Brightwing Sonya combo to just do a little bit more damage, but that Breakwood on Maiev, as well as a follow up Blessed Shield with Joanna and Stukov, it just hurt too much. Those engages were nuts.
Yeah, those there's some extremely punishing engages, and you can't Right Wing's spell armor couldn't work into Tyke's percent damage either.
Yeah.
Was really hard to defend against. It was really well played by both teams.
Well, let's see if we can get a member of Phoenix Rising Esports to come in for an interview here. Let's see here. The you know with the because in the last patch, Valir was also the last patch was like what, a month ago. Valir also got a couple of buffs, right? Was that to the Q also, or?
No. It's one of those births that she got for the Q. I think a talent that was always picked. A Q talent was always picked. I encourage you to go look it up. I know her smoke bomb was buffed immensely, going from 30 armor to 60 armor. Obviously in this game we didn't see it because because I think Valira was respecting the CC chains of the enemy team a lot, and as a result, wanted to keep her unstoppable, even if it meant not having armor. But maybe you can pull up the Sinister Strike changes.
Cool. I'll pull up talents. Looks like Reb is going to come in for a quick interview. This setup. We'll go into casting lobby 1 in the NGS Discord to speak with Reb. Oh, 1 second. Oh, let's go to lobby 1. It's my fault.
It's all good.
All right. Reb, congrats to Phoenix Rising Esports and also yourself for the win. How are you guys feeling?
Pretty good. The last game was very fun.
Yeah, it came down right to the wire. Was there a specific play from Wildheart Omega that you guys were looking to avoid, or was it just to play the macro? What were you guys thinking there?
Well, at the end there, like he had some really good gusts with the wind tunnel. Like he had one on me in their bot keep where he just pushed me into like the corner of the wall, and I was like stunned the entire time. So we're really focusing on playing like extra far from walls so we don't get wrecked by a big false dead gust. Um, Outside of that, that last game, that was like at the very end, that was the big thing we were worried about.
Yeah, and that's the Tychus, like insane damage that you pulled out, 90,000 damage from the Tychus there that game with only 1 death. Diablo couldn't seem to guarantee a kill on you as well as Valera. Like you avoided death so many times there. Was it a matter of just not enough CC on the other team, or were you just saved in time by Pie Maker and Aeladin?
Yeah, I think a combination of both. They didn't have that much stuff to follow it up. I was never really in range to get like followed up from anything. I was trying to position far enough away from the Diablo that I don't get killed, and they can't really follow up that well if I'm playing far away. Like Cassia was ball that game and stuff, and so it's just like her pressing Q on me and maybe autoing me or something. And pretty tanky boy on Tychus, so.
One thing that Whisper and I were commenting was the ban in that last game, the Zeratul ban from Wildheart Omega. We thought it was a weird ban, especially since Breakwood picked the Maiev, but then Valir comes out with from AoE rules. It was an interesting and fun, effective pick. That game was were they trying to target ban you guys, or is that just something that might have works really well with Zeratul in your opinion?
Um, I don't know. I play a lot of Zera, so they might have just been banning my Zera out from me. I don't know why they would ban my Zera. They picked Diablo right wing and then
Yeah,
ban
that's what I
Zera.
was saying.
That
Yeah, it's
seemed
very
kind of
strange.
insane to me. Like that's what I said in draft. Is like, are you guys that scared of my Zeratul that you're banning it after picking these heroes? That's
Well,
insane.
the respect band is always nice to have. Well, I just want to say thanks for coming on this interview here. Do you have any shout outs you want to give before we end this interview?
Shout outs to my team and shout outs to Phoenix Rising, all the important people in that, Seth, Covey, Rain, really helping us out, bringing the team together or whatever, setting us up for success. They're really big for that.
Cool, cool. Well, hey, congratulations on the win. Awesome games that you guys played there, and good luck in the next one. All
Thanks.
right. See you guys.
Cheers.
And Whisper, thank you so much for casting this game with me. Awesome to have your insights, especially from the DPS melee assassin side. Where can people find you casting more?
Randomly watching these games, I'll pop up. If I ever do this, I'll do this more. I'll make an announcement somewhere on the Windstriders Discord or on CCS or NGS. You'll find me. In the meantime, thanks for having me on. It was lots of fun. Hope everyone had fun and enjoyed those games. And we'll see you in the
Yeah,
next
thanks for joining me. And if you guys see Whisper Me in your Storm League games, be sure to say hello and have some good games there. Whisper, thanks for coming. And everybody on the stream, stay tuned for the next cast. We're going to be casting Lowered Expectations and what is the other team? Lowered Expectations and I am blanking here. Clouded Minds. Until then.